Hi there Libra, thank you for joining me for your year 2012 horoscope. Firstly, I'd like to wish you a very happy new year. Yours begins with quite a big focus on emotional foundations. This is because at the turn of the year, the Sun and Pluto combine in a very potent way, and this puts a lot of focus on where you live, who you live with, how you live there, or how you feel about things at a really deep-seated level. Furthermore, Mars is going to be moving through the first 7 months of this year, a very sensitive area known as the 12th house. And I've got to be honest with you, Mars is not particularly happy here. It could see you having quite a few different mood shifts during this first phase of the year. At one point you could feel quite angry, at another quite tearful, and not always know quite why this is. The reason for this, Libra, is that Mars is raking up unresolved angers and issues from the past. Now, if you're someone who's worked hard at always working things through and confronting any emotional issues you've had in your life, this is not going to affect you greatly at all. In fact, it can be a very good thing and connect you with a talent you learnt many years ago and see it used now, in the here and now, or it could see someone from your past who was influential come back into your life. But if you are someone, and you are an air sign and therefore can be quite logical, who needs to get more in touch with your feelings, the backdrop for you as you enter this year is very positive to help you to do so. Now, I do feel that you're going to surprise yourself about the events that unfold for you in January itself, because it's action-packed with brilliant energy for you in terms of expressing your talents, and potentially there can be a real romantic flavour to events too. It's going to be later in the month before you discover if someone you really fancy can become a longer term player, but you might be happy just to enjoy all the lustrous attention that's set to come your way. But if you want to show people how talented you are, January is a great month to do so. Then in February, we see a big change. Neptune moves out of your sector of romance and creativity into a much more practical area. Don't be surprised if in the next decade or more you start to do a job which is very focused on helping people. You may have been doing a similar job in the past, but your compassion and understanding of people's needs is going to be a big factor. But also, there is the backward rotation of Saturn, which occurs from the 7th of February for 5 months. Now, this could be more testing. Saturn's been in your sign for near to 2 years, and you've probably experienced some real lows in that time when you've had to slim down your world. Perhaps there are people who were with you at the start of that time who no longer are. There may be some jobs that have gone. Perhaps it's your attitudes that have been transformed. You've had to get by on less, but it's also made you almost lighter and more efficient. You know the things that are really important, and you can focus on those more wholesomely. But I do feel there's a bit more of the way to go, and there could be some more lessons that Saturn wants to help you with in this first phase of the year. The big turning point for 2012 for you occurs in May, because then there is a glorious, beautiful solar eclipse in your sister air sign of Gemini. And this is absolutely terrific for you and can see you travelling an awful lot more in the last 6 or 7 months of the year. Furthermore, this is aided by the fact that Jupiter, the planet of travel as well as luck, moves into a real happy-go-lucky area in June. And this is going to help you to open up your world, especially, I think, when there is the shift of Mars into your sign on the 4th of July. I think July can turn out to be a really critical month for you, a very positive month, when you really will have the bit between your teeth and determined to really go for it in all sorts of ways. You can breathe a huge sigh of relief when Saturn says au revoir, when it moves in October into the next sign to yours, Scorpio. But be aware, Saturn just tests us out in different areas, but it's always going to be testing us out. It's something none of us can escape from. So it's asking you to become more conscious of your expenditure, to develop a new relationship with the things you value. Librans can often have a real love of luxury items. Well, Saturn's going to be asking you, well, is it really necessary? Is luxury for you about getting some nice freshly dug vegetables out your back garden, Or is it going to be splashing money in the shops? So those are the kind of questions that you could be asked. But you may have to just be conscious of economising a little bit in the last quarter of the year. But I do feel that with a fantastic new moon on the 20th of November, the lustier side of your nature can certainly come to the fore before the year comes to a close. And if you do meet someone new, there can be plenty of wining and dining going on. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.